And we're back with another episode of Keep It a Buck podcast, episode 102.
Sheesh.
As you can, this your boy Coop. You can follow me at Coop_1988 on most platforms.
It's your boy Keeks. You can follow me at GSFK860. That's the Game Speed page. That's free training for the kids in the community. So make sure you follow. We are here. We are live on a few different platforms. We got a little something new going on. We're live on Facebook. We're live on TikTok as well. And then you already know we're live on YouTube. So appreciate anybody that's sharing, and subscribing, and appreciate any love that we're getting. And shout out to everybody that be following us, and then shout out to all my students. Honestly, my students are a big part of my day, and shout out to my family. So those are gonna be my two shout outs for the day. Get those out the way early. Oh, big shout out New London High School girls softball team. They just ended up they just had their home game today, their last home game of the season today. So shout out to them. And then I had another student, we got to talk about this too. I had another student asked me to start having kids on the pod. So I know we talked about that already. So to start having kids and kids perspectives on the podcast, and then on the network, it'll be good for us, and then it'll be good for the people too. So shout out the kids at the school that we teach at, or that I teach at, New London. So appreciate y'all. And then man, we gonna keep doing what we do.
As you can see, man, we usually don't have blue lights up in here, man.
You know the blue lights is for the Knicks. Shout out Kasi, man. Shout out Kasi. Kasi tore us up on that on our Instagram post. He got us. He was mad at.
I've been on Instagram and our Instagram. You know, I've been kind of heavy on Facebook right now.
But yeah, Kasi
I haven't been really.
Now I saw him in school. He had to say something about the Knicks too, so I respect it, bro. Shout out Kasi. Cause
we're gonna get into it more later. We gonna get into more.
Honestly, shout out all the Knicks fan. I know Jamar's a Knicks fan as well. My uncle, I got two uncles that's a Knicks fan. Yeah, there's a lot of Knicks fans out there. So shout out to Knicks fans, y'all.
We talked a couple days ago. He's a revived Knicks fan now. It's like he always been a Knicks fan. Let me not say that,
they
man.
Revived though. The Knicks fans are revived because honestly, they was lit last year too. In the playoffs, they were lit last year, trying to make it as far as they could.
You want to get into that? You want to just go straight into the Knicks?
Let's go straight into New York since we got blue anyways.
Yeah, since we already here.
Started talking about them.
Shout out to the Knicks again, man. Yeah, I want to say shout out to the Knicks, and Knicks fans need to be thanking me.
Oh, because you're a human jinx.
1000%, man. Yeah, man.
I do agree with you on that.
I'm just saying, I was talking junk about the Knicks. And I really didn't feel like they was gonna go nowhere. And guess what they did? They went to the finals. Y'all should be happy. Y'all better hope I don't pick y'all for the finals, in which I'm not. So, but
Coop just has to feel it. And anytime Coop has a jinx,
I have to feel it.
Anytime Coop really feels something, then he honestly is gonna say it, and then it's gonna work in the opposite way. So that's a good thing for sports betting too, man. If y'all come on here and y'all see something that Coop is very high on, y'all might want to bet the opposite, man. Coop has messed up a few of Flea's bets.
That's why I kind of stay, you know what I'm saying? I stay away from talking sports with Flea's on, you know. I don't want to mess up none of his parlays. So shout out to the guys. Shout out to Almighty Sports.
Big shout out to Almighty Sports.
But yeah, man, going into game 4, what did you think? Did you think that this was going to be a sweep, or did you going into it, you thought that?
No, I thought after the first 3, the Cavs just looked hopeless. The Knicks just looked like they was having fun. They having interviews, and the interview, obviously everybody has interviews, but the Knicks interviews, they're sitting there joking with each other, having fun, and it just looks like the Knicks are going to win, and the Cavs just look hopeless. And the Cavs look hopeless every single game. So it just didn't help. Donovan Mitchell got off to a hot start. He did, but for him to sustain that all game, he has another issue that some of these other teams have. They don't have a second scorer. So honestly, just like you guys,
who don't got a second scorer?
The Cavs. Who's the Cavs' second scorer? Don't say it's supposed to be Harden.
It's supposed to be Harden.
No, it's not.
What?
No, it's not, bro. To win a championship right now, your second scorer if you want to win a championship, has to play defense. Your
That's not
second
a
scorer,
that.
it is.
Well,
It is though. To win a championship,
against
your
these
second
teams,
scorer, yes, your
against
second
these
scorer
these
has to
teams,
play defense. Because even Jalen Brunson is not a cone. Jalen Brunson can stay in front of you, and he's gonna force you into his better defenders.
you're not kind of picking on Jalen Brunson.
Exactly. So he could force you into his better defenders. James Harden, people are saying he's a cone, but either way, we could talk about the James Harden thing a little bit later. But yeah, dog, the Jalen Brunson's not that type of player. So, and then anybody that's on the starting five with Jalen Brunson, they all play good defense. Even Cat
Yeah.
isn't like the most physical in the world, but he's gotten stronger over the years. And he's tall
He
as
can
hell
move,
and can move his feet. He
move
can
his feet.
guard 1 through 5.
He can move his feet.
He can
I
guard
still
your
think
point
he's
guard
soft,
if
but
he
he can
needs
move
you.
his feet.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
all you need though.
exactly.
To be able to move your feet. You
Move
know
your
what I'm
feet
saying?
for a
Make sure,
few steps, bro, until your help gets there, bro. But yeah, no, Cat is another good defender as well, dog. So they have a whole bunch of good defenders around Jalen Brunson, who was originally a good defender. So that's why I don't see like it working
But
out.
what does it? Because like I said, man, I'm the football guy. I'm asking the basketball guy. What does one have to do with the other? Because we said the second score. Why does the scorer have to be able to defend in order
So you
to?
not so nobody has to completely pick up for you. That's the thing. And also it James Harden did a decent job at defending. That was gonna be my second thing. that was gonna get on to my second thing. And a lot of people don't have this. A lot of people don't have this take, but James Harden did not play bad defense on Jalen Brunson.
Is that your
Bad
hot take?
defense.
Is that your hot take?
That could be my hot take. But bad defense is letting somebody go by you, giving somebody a straight line drive to where there's nothing that anybody could do to help. James Harden was making him take tough twos. Jalen Brunson wasn't sitting there just going by James Harden and making layups, or going by James Harden and then just throwing a whole bunch of oops after. Jalen Brunson, especially that stretch that everybody's talking about, where Jalen Brunson deadass scored like 15 straight on James Harden. One, where was the help? Jalen Brunson's been one of the best scorers all year. Where was the help? Draymond Green said it the best. They would have never let that happen to Steph Curry. They would have never let that happen to Steph Curry. And one thing Draymond Green said as well, just make sure there's no straight line drives. Make sure there's no straight line drives, and we'll make sure we help everything else. But you putting a hand up for a contested mid-range, that's an inefficient shot for the NBA. Jalen Brunson was just on. And when you know somebody's on like that, you got to send help. And again, another thing for the Cavs and for James Harden, if you're a defender and you're supposed to be like one of the prime defenders on the team and you're supposed to be guarding this person, why are you switching so easily? They're not fighting over the screens, not even fighting to help to get back. Even after you even after you switch, if you do switch with Harden, you have to be able to help. They weren't helping at all. They were just leaving him on this island and just letting Brunson cook to go back. And like there was no different like looks that they were giving each other. So it was just tough for the Cavs in general. I think the game plan was terrible for them. And I'm not going to say terrible. I just think that the Knicks I think the Knicks played the best brand of ball that they possibly could have played. Honestly, the Knicks and have been playing the best brand of ball that they could play. The big thing about the Knicks was, can they mesh, and can like all these like stars like mesh together? What Anunoby was a star in another place. Brunson, Towns, all these dudes, can they mesh? A freaking what's his name? Bridges just came over. He was scoring more in another place. Now he's coming over here to a different role. So can they all mesh, and can they all like feed off of each other? And it's working well. This was a series where the Knicks.
It's working now well. I would say.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Now it's
at the right
working well.
at the right time.
At the
right
perfect time.
At the right
so
time.
even when they're like,
well.
okay, we're gonna help on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is kicking, and these dudes are knocking down shots. Shemit's knocking down shots.
Yeah.
Freaking Bridges is knocking down
now
shots.
they're confident.
Anunoby's freaking attacking the paint and then kicking out and then dunking and all this other stuff. Yo, everybody is knocking. Josh Hart's knocking down shots. There's nothing that you could do with a Knicks team that's playing like this. And again, the best part about the Knicks team is they're all playing defense. The tough thing about the Knicks is when they get to the next round, you're not gonna have to help so much because you have people that can actually guard on defense. Like, and that
You
once
talking
you
about the
switch,
West?
you'll be good. Yeah.
You talk, yeah.
Once you switch on those West teams like OKC or San Antonio, they'll be okay with the switch. It's not gonna be like a mismatch where you don't want James Harden to be
Okay.
guarding Jalen Brunson. No matter who you switch on for these teams, you're really not gonna have too much of a problem with most of these dudes
Here-
guarding Jalen Brunson
Here's my
from the West.
Here's my problem with your hot take, as far as saying James Harden didn't play bad defense. There's a reason why they kept switching. Yes, as a defender.
So because I'm the
Okay.
worst defender on the
Yeah.
team, that means I played bad defense?
Oh, no, it was that you heard the coach said, you know what our purpose was. Our purpose was to go straight at Harden.
So-
Make sure we get on Harden.
Yep.
So my thing is,
So why
was
didn't the
soft.
coach do anything?
huh?
Why didn't the coach? If,
Oh,
then
that- that-
if that's the game plan, why doesn't the coach do anything to game plan against?
Oh, you
that?
talk about? We gonna get to Atkinson. We gonna get to Coach Atkinson. We gonna get to that man.
Cool.
Cause I got plenty of blame to put on him. Trust me. He said some of the dumbest things
Oh,
ever.
The
The analytic thing.
The analytic wins?
Y'all.
my boy had the
But-
analytic wins.
But I'm talking. This is why I kind of upset at you keep saying this is because you are probably one of the best defenders that you've been around.
That ass. And
Yes, when you need when somebody needs to be stopped, you are the person.
bro. And yep. Keep going.
My thing is, I know you. You're not letting us because it was soft screens. It wasn't even. It was just rub off screens. It wasn't even like set hard screen.
That's the person on. That's not even Harden's fault because Harden was getting the switch. They were switching on Harden, so the person that was screening, that's the other person's fault that you're talking about right now.
Here's what I'm saying. You as a person, you would have said move, like move out the way, like what, like moving up, like move out the way.
Yeah.
To make sure that you staying on Brunson.
Yep.
You gonna have to keep trying to switch off with us because you gonna keep moving me out the way if you the prime defender.
Yep.
Correct? So I can't subscribe to what you're saying when you're saying, oh, that's the other defender
You
because
just proved my point. You just proved my point.
I can't-
Wade was the person that was
Yes.
supposed to be guarding him.
Truce,
Wade was
yeah,
the person that was
Truce
supposed to
or
be
Wade.
guarding him. So every time Wade went through a screen, or every time they set a screen, it was a weak screen. Just like you said, if you're
It
that
was weak
person
screens.
supposed to be guarding him,
Yes.
you're supposed to be fighting through those screens. You're
1000
supposed to be
yeah.
trying to stay over.
Okay.
Or even if you can't fight over because it's just that tough as a
Mhm.
screen, you got to be showing some type of help. He wasn't doing
You're
that.
right.
Coop.
You're right.
Exactly
You're
what
right.
you're saying was
You-
supposed to
you-
be being done
you're
was
right.
not being done. And James Harden was not supposed to be that defender.
Yeah, okay,
He
but
wasn't.
But that's the thing. To say he was doing Olay defense. Those are straight lines to the basket.
It's
I feel
not
like. I don't feel
straight
like
line
those.
drives.
I don't feel like if somebody's on the side of you or on the back of you, that's not a good defense. to me.
He's forcing you into a mid-range. He's on the side of you, and then you still cannot go up straight for the.
My-
He's not getting a layup or
my
nothing.
man.
He's forcing you into a mid-range and putting his hand in your face. You're not
Do you
going.
feel-
He's Jalen Brunson. I don't know who
Okay.
do you think he is, Coop. I don't know
That's
who
not-
do you think this person is, but this person is Jalen Brunson. He
Okay.
is the best scorer in the East analytically of what you have seen this season, and it has shown that. You don't need the help. You don't need the help on the best scorer. So
I got a case for Kate.
No, I got you.
I got a
You know
case
what the
for
funny
Kate.
thing? And I give possibly, but like
Okay.
prolific
I
scorer,
get you what
Jalen
you're
Brunson, and they packed y'all up. But
Who packed us? Knicks? The Knicks that we beat
They
the
did.
crap out of
Yo.
this whole year.
yeah, so again,
Oh.
y'all didn't even get to face the Knicks. Y'all
I
lucky.
was hoping that
Y'all
we
didn't
gonna
even get to
fix this.
face the Knicks because y'all was supposed to. Y'all didn't even get to face the Knicks.
We lost to the
But
fucking Cavs.
even
That's
with
what
the
pisses me off.
Spurs, the Spurs are sending help on Shea.
Yes.
Shea is supposed to be the best scorer in the league, got
Yes.
the best push off. Like nobody can be
Yes.
able to guard
Yes.
this push off on him.
Yes.
And the Spurs are sending help.
Yes.
You're not sending help on Jalen Brunson. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Coop.
I agree with every sentiment. That
So
you're
you to
saying.
say James Harden is a bad defender, that doesn't make.
Yo, at least I just feel like
Or no,
he-
not even say that he's the.
he's
You can
looking
say,
for the help.
you can say he's not a. You can say he's like not the best defender. I'm cool with that. But to say that he played terrible defense, I'm not with that. I'm not subscribing to that.
I think he played terrible defense.
Hell, if you so, what type of shots do you want Jalen Brunson to
Here's
take?
my what
I need you to answer my questions. What type of shots
I seen
do you want Jalen Brunson
when
to
that
take?
stretch that we talk about for game it was game 1.
Mhm.
It was game 1. When they did that miraculous 22-point comeback, and it was to target Harden during that comeback. I seen 1 or 2 possessions where he played decent defense. All the rest was he's right beside his hands is to the side,
You're
trying to
trying
swipe
not
at
to
the ball,
foul.
trying to swipe at the ball at the last minute.
He's there.
He's
trying
not
to
moving his
foul.
feet. You could tell him he looked like
His
he's in
hands in
quicksand.
his face when he's going up to
That's
shoot every
not,
single
no,
time.
it wasn't not every single time.
Yes, it is.
It was either at the side of him or behind him. That's why everyone was in the mid range. Every shot
No,
was in the mid range.
exactly.
It was
It was either a mid range or a floater.
Yeah, it was a mid
range or a floater. The two most difficult and low percentage shots in the NBA. That's what Harden. Yes, mid ranges and whatchamacallit.
I thought those are the highest.
No, mid ranges are a low percentage shot in terms of their worth because of the
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Three-pointer in their
You saw
percentage.
analytically
Yeah.
wise.
So
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So the mid-range and the floater are the two shots that you want people to take. That's what James Harden was forcing him to while he had no help. He's like, all right, cool. Y'all not going to help me anyways. The best thing to do is to force them to the shots that's going to get them the least amount of points with the least percentages. And that's going to be a floater and that's going to be a mid-range. That's what James Harden was forcing him to. Yeah, he had a couple threes. But yeah, he had a couple threes after he forced him to like 4 or 5 mid-ranges and freaking floaters in a row. James Harden wasn't sitting there not doing nothing, bro. He needed help.
He did
He's
need help.
not supposed to be the best defender on the team and never said he was.
And that's where I go to bad coaching. Because at that point in time, he had 4 timeouts around the 6-minute mark or whatever.
Left him to die.
Left them to die. Everybody's asking the question, why you didn't call timeout? You want to know what his reply was? Because you lose 2 of the timeouts because you go down to 2 timeouts at the 3-minute mark. You know what? I wanted to keep my timeouts for later. You lose 2 of them. Like you don't get to take them home with you. This guy said some of the most craziest shit during this whole playoffs. Not only that, when game 3, he's talking about analytically, we won 2 out of the 3 games. Analytically, what are we talking? Why are we talking analytically right now? Why are we talking analytically?
Because he's saying
that's crazy.
Because I think he's saying analytically because he doesn't want to make it seem he knows that the game is like closer than what people think or what people are like making it seem because these dudes are getting punched. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff matters. You're losing, bro. You're losing whether you're losing analytically, whether you're losing by the scoreboard. Hey, bro, you're losing by the scoreboard, and that's what matters. Analytically, is that going to be something that you guys could possibly build off for next year? Yes, but you got to get the same or similar roster back next year. But I'm not with none of that analytical stuff.
Man,
that don't make
sense.
sense.
So, okay, going to the Cavs because that's one of the things I wanted to ask you. So, percentage-wise for this whole series, what percentage would you give the blame? What percentage would you say? All right, I give this, and this the blame.
It's a shared blame to everybody. The Cavs were not. While the Knicks are playing well, the Cavs were not matched up to beat the Knicks with the way the Knicks were playing.
Okay.
The Cavs have and worked through one scorer, right? So that's obviously Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks really got some dudes that can light it out. And honestly, their role players played well and played better than the other guys. Played better than the other team. But having Karl Anthony Towns, having Anunoby, and having obviously Josh Hart and Bridges have the chemistry with Brunson, so that's a different type of story that just brings them together more. But having Anunoby and having Karl Anthony Towns on the court with Jalen Brunson, that's a big difference. The Cavs don't have that. Karl Anthony Towns is a better offensive threat and way better offensive threat than Mobley is. Easily. easily.
Well,
And then there's no other threat that's going to be anywhere near as close to Anunoby on the Cavs side.
I got percentages.
I think it's just a
Let's-
flat out
yeah,
to everybody,
I give
bro.
30 to Harden.
That is crazy. You're
I
about to
give 30 to
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan
hopefully?
Mitchell. Yes, I give 20 to the coach, and then 20 for the rest for not stepping.
20 to the coach.
You
You leave.
from
You
what the dump
you leave.
I don't know.
You leave James Harden out to die
Yeah,
on an island.
I can take 5% for both of them and give the 10
thank you
to him to
Thank
give 30
you.
to him.
The coach at least needs to have at least evenly percentage blame or a
Okay.
little bit more.
I can do that.
Because bro, he wilded out.
I
He
can
wilded
give
out
30
from
and
the
give them
jump.
both James Harden
He wilded out from the
and Mitchell
jump.
25%.
But I do kind of see the game plan. It's just like
The game plan was trash.
But to play devil's advocate, maybe he wasn't gonna go and score freaking 15, 16 points straight. What are the probability of him actually going to score 15, 16 points straight? But shoot,
But after
he
the
did
second,
it.
third possession,
He did it.
time
He did
out.
it.
Get you the
Yep.
fuck out. I
Yeah.
mean, get you out of here.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause you can get Harden out and get somebody like Schroeder in. Again,
Thank you.
that was something too. They made it seem like it was Harden's fault so bad, but Schroeder was the one that was doing the things that Wade and these other dudes that were supposed to be guarding
Thank
him
you.
weren't doing. Bro, Schroeder was fighting through the screens, making sure you were staying on him, being a pest.
Mhm.
Schroeder was doing it, but that doesn't mean that James Harden had to be out the game. It mean that you could have took Wade or one of these dudes out the game.
Yes.
Wade is a shooter. That is one thing. James Harden didn't shoot the 3 too well this series, but James Harden is your absorber. He's going to be able to go into the lane and then get everybody in there, and then he's going to kick the ball out.
The crazy part is, why didn't they look at the tape from last year when we played against them? I'm not saying he stopped Brunson and all, but he was a pest towards Brunson during that series. He was a pest.
And yes, he was. Schroeder was a pest towards
Yes.
Brunson in this series too. He definitely was.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Schroeder should have got more minutes. Schroeder should have got
I
more
agree.
minutes. He's going to be
And
more active.
I even agree with your sentiment that he possibly could have started. You move Mitchell to the 3 just because he's so strong. He can guard the 3, and then
But you think
you
Harden
have your
should have
2
still
bigs.
played?
Hmm?
But you still saying Harden should have still been.
Starting.
My man drops 12 points in closeout game. 12 points, Khalid.
There's a way to hide him.
There's a way. Okay.
There's a way to hide him. I don't know. Either way, that series is over. So do you have the Knicks beating either or the Spurs or OKC?
I think it's gonna be entertaining. I think this is gonna be. You know what I'm happy for is something new. We're not seeing. Well, we did see, but this is only their second final appearance anyway. This is something new. Knicks fans been waiting for this for. I think it was like in the early 2000 last time they was in the finals.
Sheesh.
I think. Hold on.
Sound like the Cowboys. Yo, if
And
the
that-
Knicks hot take, if the Knicks win it this year, the Cowboys gonna win it too.
Shut up, man.
We got Cowboys blue up right now too.
too.
It's Knicks blue, but this Cowboys blue too. If the Knicks win it this year, the Cowboys gonna win it too. Field said it already.
That's crazy.
Pete said it first.
That's crazy to say.
Remember I said it.
1999. So the last time they was in the finals was 1999.
Dang.
I think it's gonna be very entertaining. It's hard to say because, like you said earlier, what you alluded to, you can't single out neither one of these teams because both of them play good defense.
They both
You
play
can
defense.
switch out on everything.
And everybody on their team play defense
and
too.
Then Cat gonna have a problem. Cat can't just play point forward this whole game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just hide him. And Brunson, he's gonna have work cut off for himself. Either you gotta deal with Lou Dort or you gotta deal with Castle. So
and then say you try to get the switch on Shea, like we get the switch on Shea, like they were trying to do for Harden. Shay's 6'6", bro.
Shea ain't having it.
Shay's 6'6".
Shea ain't having it.
Shay's
Shea
6'6",
ain't having
and
it. So
he's an actual ready to guard you point guard. He's
So-
young. And then if you switch on to the other side, you want to say, all right, probably the least defender you have might be De'Aaron Fox. Switch on to De'Aaron Fox. You want De'Aaron Fox gonna play defense. De'Aaron Fox gonna sit there. He gonna sit down in the stands. He gonna play defense. De'Aaron Fox gonna play
So you
defense
picking
too.
whoever come out the West to win it?
I'm picking whoever comes out the West.
Yeah,
And I know
I
the
think that's
Knicks gonna keep
sentiment.
saying it. Knicks gonna be like, yo, y'all gonna keep hating on us
Yeah.
till we win. And then when we win, it's over.
Yeah.
And I respect it, Joe, but
But look,
it's tough. I don't know. I feel like y'all luck gonna run out, man. I feel like the well gonna run dry for the Knicks, man, once it hits
they
the
haven't lost in
championship.
over a month.
I know, bro. They look good.
Well, I
They
know
look
two
good.
things to be true.
They look really good.
I know
bro.
two things to be true.
They look really good.
If the Knicks win, New York gonna burn down.
Oh, what?
If the Knicks lose,
Now if
New York gonna burn down.
if the Knicks win, they might go burn Jersey down.
Yo,
just 'cause.
he said Jersey.
Just cause.
But nah, shouts out to the Knicks, man. I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? F the Knicks. But shouts out to them. They made it, man. So
Yo.
I can't knock them. I really wanted to see them boys. It definitely would have probably been a better series than this, but I can't talk about the
I was
what
about to
ifs.
say us too. We are surrounding state for the New York Knicks too. Honestly, all surrounding states should be on alert if the Knicks win the championship. Don't let nobody from New York into your state. All surrounding states of New York. If New York wins the championship, don't let nobody from New York into your state. Please.
Nah, so all right, that's a good segue to talk about tonight's game. Spurs versus Thunder. They both stole one from home. We going to Thunders for the game 5.
Ooh, this is a good series.
This is a great series. I think this is probably the best series.
But
in,
this
in
might
playoffs.
work into the Knicks' benefit too. They might be off for a little bit, but
Mhm.
the Spurs and OKC are gonna be coming out a little bit tired from this
at
series
least
in
it's
a
at least
long
going
playoffs.
6 games.
Mhm.
It's at least going 6 games. So you got and then final starts on January 3rd. So that's a hard date right there. So
June 3rd.
we shown that the Knicks have shown coming off of a sweep with the Philadelphia 76ers, while Cavs win game 7 with the Pistons. They've shown that being rusty didn't mean nothing to them.
Yep, they came out strong and ready.
Yeah, so I was shocked by that. I felt like Cavs should have took them, especially being up by 22. And they at that moment, I knew it was over for the Cavs. After that, I said, yo, the Cavs they gonna have a problem. 6 games, maybe 7, but I felt like Knicks was probably gonna win. But I said, in order for them to have any chance, they had to take game 1. It was right there in their hands. Lost a 22-point deficit lead. I mean, so I don't think that's going to be the part for neither one of these teams. OKC and Spurs, they're young. They're young and hungry. They hungry.
They are. And they have a lot of people that can defend. One thing about the Knicks have a team that is honestly hard to deal with because they have the 3 that are played at Villanova together. Then you have Mitchell, who is just he does his part. He does his part. He's just like
Allen?
Yep, he's literally just like Jared Allen, bro. Just on the opposite side.
Allen got better free throws.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Oh, definitely by far.
Yeah, Allen got better free throws.
But yeah, I do like Mitchell too. He does his role and plays his role very well.
He does.
Like
He does.
JaVale McGee as well. I like him. And then yeah, they have their role players that come off the bench and honestly, I don't even like calling them role players. They have the people that come off the bench and do what they have to do. Like Shemet, he plays defense. He shoots the 3. He can bring the ball up and start the offense. He can pass you the ball where you want it. So it's tough to say that he's just sitting here just playing like one role when he's doing multiple things like that. And he's a big part. So shout out the Knicks, man. They look like they're playing high level basketball
Which one
right
would you
now.
rather though? The Spurs, because we like okay. Go back to what we was talking about. Who you got tonight? It's in OKC.
I got Spurs.
You got Spurs?
Yeah. I got Spurs tonight.
I'm about to say why you think
De'Aaron
Spurs?
Fox is back for his 3rd game.
Okay.
So last game he came back. He looked a lot better on the defensive end and looked more aggressive on the offensive end.
Okay.
So having an aggressive De'Aaron Fox and then still having Harper, still having Vessel, still having Castle. Like it's so hard. And again, I'm not even mentioning Wemby, but they have a whole lot, and then they have a whole bunch of people that can guard multiple positions. People that are strong, people that are not gonna like back down if you're trying to like bully them into the paint. And what everybody else has in strength, De'Aaron Fox like makes up in speed. If you know what I mean.
I believe this is gonna go to 7 games. I feel like OKC is gonna win this one. They got OKC by 3.5, but I do feel like OKC gonna win this one. Spurs gonna win in their home, and then we're gonna go on to the OKC, and that's gonna be a toss up. But I think OKC can still pull that out.
I think they can too. I think
Yeah.
OKC can win the series, but I do think the Spurs will. I do
So
think
if
the
you think
Spurs will win
if
the
you think
series.
the Spurs going, they have to win out.
Yeah, I do. I
They're
agree.
gonna have to win out.
I agree. I think I really do. I think the Spurs will win one tonight. They might lose the next one and then win Game 7. Because the Spurs, I like their style of play.
Style of
They
play is
don't
ridiculous
they
right now.
don't work through one person, and it's tough to say like for the Thunder, Shea gotta go off, and then somebody else random gotta go off, right? Shea's almost
I think
guaranteed to go
Williams
off,
is
but
still having a problem right now.
somebody else got to go off. For San Antonio, Wemby don't even got to go off for them to win.
Williams is
That's
a
my thing.
game time decision tonight.
And Wemby is such a great defender that he can affect the defensive end just as much as he affects the offensive end, and he can roll and he can play off the ball just as well as he plays on the ball. So Wemby don't even got to do so much for them to be successful. Shea needs to have the ball in his hands for the Thunder to
Sheesh.
be successful. So that's why I think the
So
Spurs.
so Mitchell is out, which Mitchell put in some good minutes on that last one that they
For
had
OKC,
for OKC.
that's
He
tough.
put yeah, so
That's tough.
that relieved some scoring. That not relieved. That's a strain. He did come alive this series.
He really has.
Jalen Williams. Oh, and last series, Jalen Williams is a game time decision. So
And he hasn't been healthy.
that's a
He hasn't been healthy. That's
yeah.
tough,
This
man.
whole season.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough.
Dang, I want to kind of switch my answer a little bit, but I'm gonna say OKC.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna say OKC.
I still
But
like
the way they
OKC.
do
I
it,
still don't think I don't see a problem with it. If they won, I'm not gonna be surprised or like be like, oh, the Spurs should have.
if
I like the Spurs for that matchup, but
if they
OKC
don't
is still a
mug
very
the,
formidable
if they
opponent.
don't mug Wimby in the paint and all that, then
One, they're gonna mug Wemby in the paint, but also them doing that, it creates so much open space for everybody else. They're sitting here
'Cause you're
pulling
focusing-
exactly.
You're focused
You're
on
sitting here
trying to-
pulling Wemby down, sitting here trying to body Wemby so
And
much
their
to move him
guards
out the
rebound.
way, and now there's no help defense.
and they guards rebound.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They rebound.
yeah. They
So,
guards rebound
yeah.
and they whatchamacallit, and their guards attack the paint.
1000%.
So if you're sitting here trying to fight Wemby out, so Wemby doesn't get an offensive rebound,
yeah,
you're fighting Wemby instead of helping defense.
yeah,
Pick your poison.
yeah.
That's the tough thing about them, bro. It's definitely tough to deal with, man. But I'm still with the Spurs.
I kind of want to switch, but I'm still going to say I think OKC pulls it out tonight.
So you see championship. You see Knicks OKC.
I see Knicks OKC, and that's going to be a beautiful thing right there. I think so.
They got the same colors. That's funny.
I think that's going to be a beautiful finals right there. That's going to be
I like
entertaining.
that. Ain't
I think
bad.
there's a lot. I think there's a lot of star power. I think there's entertainment. You're gonna have offense. I don't know how much defense they're gonna have.
I think
Well,
I think right now.
I
I
disrespect
think
Knicks-
right now the
Knicks defense.
Spurs. I think right now the Spurs might have a little bit more star power
Yeah,
than the Thunder. Yeah, man. J Dubs in and out hurt, and then what's up, Kiki? Okay, I need you something to drink. The Knicks are in and out hurt. J Dubs in and out hurt,
Yes.
and then the rest of their team, bro.
So you
there's
thinking
not a
it's their
star.
time
But
now?
the next biggest star on their team, you got Chet, obviously, but the next biggest star after that is gonna be Caruso.
Yeah, you don't know when he gonna turn up.
You don't know what he can have a 30-point game or he can have a 6-point game.
Yeah, that's true.
He genuinely can.
Hartenstein-
He's gonna show up no
Hartenstein
matter
ain't
what.
Too bad, a little bit.
Hartenstein is the cut out. All right, y'all. We back from
Yeah, we back. We
intermission.
back.
We back from intermission. Cool. Back to what you were saying about the Knicks and the Spurs.
Oh, I think OKC. You the one that was putting the Knicks in the Spurs. Yeah, I think OKC is going. I think OKC might repeat. That's how I feel personally. That's just personally how I feel. That's how I feel. But I think either one is going to be entertaining. But also these refs for these games. People saying your boy is not getting the fouls that he usually get and everything else. But I like it. I like it. I like it. Highlights just look so ugly.
For
Oh,
what?
well, not even highlights, lowlights in regards to some of these plays that OKC resort to when they get touched or they feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like that's what's highlighted, but that's what a lot of NBA players do. You see that a lot in the league, and it's
you don't see that with the Pistons.
yes, everybody. I'm telling you, you go watch y'all film back. I bet y'all do the same thing, especially
Wow.
probably people like Tobias Harris.
Yeah, drop.
Bro,
Ooh,
bro, I saw Tobias Harris go to the rack multiple times, bro, looking for a foul and
Oh,
throwing up some looking for a foul and throwing up some bullshit.
no, looking for a foul.
And yo, literally looking for a foul.
Yeah.
And but yo, he's literally flailing his arms like somebody's touching him because he don't know where to go, bro. It's the same thing. Once you get there, there is contact. It is a professional sport. These are some of the strongest people, fastest people in the world. Dog, there's going to be contact. They're going to be physical. So sometimes when you're getting pushed, you're so strong that it doesn't feel like or doesn't look like you're getting pushed to the naked eye. But sometimes if I move with it, then you can see somebody's arm extending and showing that they're pushing as well. So that's some of the reason why I see for it. That's why it's hard for me to say that all movement, even after the contact a little bit, is flopping. It's not always flopping. Sometimes you got to get the ref to see it because shit, good defenders cheat and do things that the refs aren't gonna see. So how do you make the refs see it?
You think that happened in OKC?
I think it is. I think it's magnified in OKC. I think it's magnified, but Jalen Brunson do the same
No,
thing.
Jalen Brunson 1,000%. James Harden 1,000%. It's some of these dudes who's egregious with it and
Yo, some of the dudes that you guys have claimed to be, not you specifically, but the dudes that have been claimed to be some of these greatest scorers ever, everybody says they're floppers. You talk about Shea, somebody calls him flopper. LeBron, somebody calls him flopper. James Harden, somebody calls him a flopper. Who else did you just say? Jalen Brunson, people call him a flopper. That this is gonna come with, like, especially today's day and age. This is what it seems like. Everybody who gets buckets is considered a flopper.
It's trash. I feel like it's super trash. I can't. You kind of can't enjoy the game.
And Jaylen Brown talked about it a little bit too. Jaylen Brown talked about flopping, how like the difference between flopping and just like going like with your motion and like showing that you're getting fouled. It's the unnecessary act, but sometimes that unnecessary act is just like, yeah, I didn't show that he hit me, but the dude hit me, dog, and shit. If how else do I show it? If I'm going up for a jump shot and somebody hits my elbow and I still go through my regular shooting motion, should that not be a foul?
I'm not saying it's the egregious.
It should still be a foul though. So how am I gonna, if the game's so fast and everybody's so strong, how am I gonna get you to see that somebody's fouling me if I'm going through it and just doing it in my regular motion? So you should just be able to foul me. Is that what it is?
It's the antics that go with it. You know, some people that don't even get the ball that much be trying to like on OKC. That be the thing. Like you seeing Hartenstein resort to it, Chet resorting to it. I forgot the other dude name. I forgot. Not the dude that came from Philly. It's another dude that you see all these players just extra with it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get touched, you wanna. You know what I'm saying? Like it's egregious to me, man. You can't really enjoy the game that way. It slows down the game. It just makes it look
annoying part
ugly.
about it. That is the annoying part about it. And I do agree that it slows down a game and it makes the game look a lot uglier. I do completely agree with that. I do.
That's from a person who likes football to whereas is fast, well not fast paced, but you know what I'm saying, like you don't see that much. I mean, when except for receivers a little bit when they feel like they're getting held, but usually when defenders they defenders are holding most of the time, so
Yep.
it's not looking nothing crazy. Like
But also
this
that
one is just like getting
but
plagued
that's
by the game right
but
now.
that's whatchamacallit too. That's
What happened
NBA
to the fines though?
for flopping, fines for
Yeah.
flopping. Honestly, I've been asked that. I asked that earlier in the year when we were doing the pod. I don't know what happened to fines for flopping. There should still be fines for flopping. They should at least be reviewing it. They don't even seem like they're reviewing it
Nah,
anymore. I
it's
do think
crazy
that
out
is an
here,
issue,
man.
but it is hard to determine whether somebody's flopping or whether somebody's just trying to get the call that they deserve. It's kind of hard to determine sometimes,
Yeah,
and the media can portray what they want. But I know damn well that higher level defense is physical, very physical. They're handsy. They use their forearms. They
yeah.
beat you to
Look
the
at Lou
spot.
Dort.
They don't play though, and that's just how it is up there. So how do you show that you're getting fouled if you're being fouled every
I
single
don't.
play?
Here's the
Because you
thing.
are being fouled every
Okay,
play. If you talk about you can't touch an offensive player unnecessarily,
okay,
go watch one person that plays good defense or whatever. Go watch somebody in the NBA play
okay.
defense. Their hands are on all the time
On the opposite side of that, I can see on almost every play there's a push off on
because
offense.
somebody's always on you. Again, it and I'm not saying like that, but it's just something that just like works both ways. Somebody's hands are always on you on defense. Before like all this push off stuff started coming out and stuff, not started coming out before like the push off started like being like so like egregious or like people started talking about it so much or like people started doing it so much. Before that, defenders were always still able to play with their hands. People started talking about the push off and stuff obviously more recently, but people have always been able to play with their hands on defense, bro. They do, and then they're very handsy. They play with their forearms, and yes, that it it's supposed to be a foul, but it happens so much that you can't call a foul on it every play.
I guess so, man. For a football lover, man, basketball just sometimes is unwatchable when it gets to those type of.
And I love football too, though.
I
Don't
know that.
forget,
I
that's why
know
I
you
try
do.
to. That's why I try
I
to
know
keep a
you
middle
do.
ground because I like football too.
I know you do. So that's why it upsets me when you call James Harden a good defender.
He is.
Yeah.
That's how I
Not a
know,
bad
dog.
defender. I ain't gonna say you said a good defender.
Dog,
Not a bad defender.
yo, and that's the thing, dog. Real shit, dog. Even as like supposedly a good defender that I was, bro, I was in a state playoff game my senior year, bro. I had a motherfucker give me a 30 ball, bro.
It's going to happen. That
I had a
doesn't.
motherfucker give me a 30 ball, but it was the dude gave me a 30 ball because there was so many. It was like that Knicks team, bro. These dudes had two dudes, and this is for high school. These dudes had two dudes that were like 6'8" together, like a 6'8" center and a 6'8" freaking
Power forward.
power forward. And then their next guy was like they had a 6'5" small forward. Like these
Sheesh.
dudes were big and like they could shoot it too, bro. They weren't missing free throws or nothing. So my dudes could not help. But they had this shifty guard that ended up going to Albertus Magnus, James Jennings. Bro, dude was tough. They had a shifty guard. Motherfucker gave me a 30 ball, bro. But I was supposed to be this good
Name a
defender
top defender, and I can name another person
that's giving them a buck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
That was
happens.
But that's what
It
I'm saying
happens.
about James Harden.
No,
Just because
stop.
dudes gave him a buck,
This
it's
has been egregious
tough to
for
be like.
most of his career, though. Khalid is
But
not.
he's just like I said before last time. He's always had a big to bail him out though. So it's just like, all right, this is what you're running into. You're either gonna take a mid range, which
Okay.
is you don't get either as many points or it's gonna be a lower percentage than a layup. You don't get as many points as a 3-pointer, and it's a lower percentage than a layup. So it's a tough
Mhm.
like analytical shot. So I'm gonna force you into a mid range or a floater, or you're gonna have to go meet my 7', 8 foot wingspan center at the league.
Yeah,
At the rim.
yeah, that was still Jared Allen.
Jared Allen or Capella. Though he's always had room to be like, yo, just go down here. And when he didn't in OKC, when he had to play defense, he was the best defender on the team.
Just show them you ain't want to be picked with, and it won't happen.
And
That's the
I
thing.
wouldn't say the best defender on the team because Cephalosha was a great defender on that
One
team.
thousand percent. I
Cephalosha was
forgot
a
about him.
great defender
I
on
forgot
that
about
team.
him.
Cephalosha was probably the best defender on that team, but Harden was coming in and locking up as well. Harden
Was,
could have been the second best
Cephalosha
defender
was
on
a
that
beast.
team.
It was a beast.
But yeah, that's
was
the
a
only
beast.
reason why I try to give James Harden his grace.
I ain't
Can we
giving him
switch
no
over to
grace.
Dallas Wings real quick for the WNBA? Cool. We've had a couple discussions about the Dallas Wings and possibly
Off camera, yeah.
off camera on like
Yeah.
is the AZ Fudd, Page, and Agumawale, is that trio gonna work out, or are they gonna end up shipping Agumawale out?
Hot take. That's my hot take to say. I think Wale is out this year. If not this year, by trade deadline, if by next year.
So you don't think it'll work?
I I wanted to work because Wale is a beast.
Why don't you? What do you think would be the issue with it?
I guess the meshing factor of
And it's for the
Paige
Dallas
and
Wings.
Fudd. I think that mesh and they want that relationship to work right there between those two.
I feel like they can all coexist.
How you put Fudd at the 3?
Yeah, Fudd is strong.
Yeah, I agree with. I
put
want
Fudd
that to
at-
happen.
You put Fudd at the 3. You have Agumawale at the 2 or the 1, and then you have
But
Page
there's
at
only
the 2 or the 1.
these are all 3 bucket getters.
That's
It's
the
somebody
point.
is okay. Like the
You
situation.
always got somebody at a disadvantage. So say I'm going right, you can't guard me off
Okay.
rip. So I go by you. Now I force the help. Now I kick to Agumawale.
Okay.
Agumawale is not usually able to have just one person guard her, or being able to have somebody running out at her and being at a disadvantage while she's on offense, because she's usually the person that got to do it. Bro, if you're running out onto Agumawale while you're at a disadvantage, or you're running out to AZ while you're at a disadvantage, or you're running out to Page while you're at a disadvantage,
Mhm.
then that makes their game so much easier for themselves. In my opinion, just waiting for AZ to warm up and start hitting, which she did. She just
Okay.
scored 24 points against the Liberty the other night. AZ Fudd. She can be that Klay Thompson.
Okay.
She could be that Klay Thompson, bro. 3-and-D, and then she also, first of all, her mid range is stupid.
1,000%.
Her mid range is stupid, but she can shoot the 3 as well, though, so she can absorb the ball from Page or Agumawale going into the paint, and them either shooting the mid range or them collapsing the defense. And they all play D.
I'm gonna get you now.
They all play, and you got to
Yes.
tell me which one of them play. I think it only doesn't work if they don't play D. I think they all play
I think
D.
you're looking at it wrong. I think you're looking, and all your sentiments on what you're talking about is 1,000% right. It's 1,000% right. Where you're wrong at, and where this comes into play at, the WNBA and the WNBPA done worked out a new agreement with people getting their money now. They can't pay Wale at this point in time because they gotta look to be paying Page in the next couple years, paying Fudd at this. Wale gonna want that big check now. She gonna like, and well deserved though. Well deserved. She's one of what,
More
top
than-
10.
More than well deserved.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that, again, you're right that I wasn't looking on it from a player's perspective, to where
Yeah, that business part.
she's been doing this. She doesn't have as long of a life left as like Paige and them. So what's more important right now? Getting this money from this new expansion, because you haven't been getting it already, and you were already one of the best players in the league, or is getting a championship. I do agree with that, Coop. I do agree with that.
Somebody's gonna pay her because she's
gonna
top.
pay her. Yeah,
She's top.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's only one basketball. That's what I'm saying. Like yo, I could get paid in. I get to run the team and stuff like that. It's good to be that vet, but at that same time, this new money's coming in.
Sacrificing the championship so
money
that you
coming
can
in.
get paid. This is business, still, at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
I hear
these
that.
women never seen this money yet.
So Agumawale
yeah,
could
let me grab
definitely.
that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sentiment. That's definitely a good
I
sentiment.
think Wale is out. If not by trade, then by next year.
For money purposes, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
agree.
saying. Catch
I
that
would
money.
say I would say possibly I would say next year I would say they could get a championship under their belt this year. So I wouldn't leave this year. They're hot right now. They're hot as hell right now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even leave I wouldn't even leave the team now because you don't get the money like right now.
yeah,
There's gonna be bigger contracts that come
yeah.
along
That
next
yeah.
year,
You
and
can
the
watch out.
the contracts that keep going
And,
up. So you finish out this year, get
ah,
your awards and
do
stuff.
you think so on that part though? I kind of it's kind of hard because
What's the Dallas Wings right now?
um it's kind of hard to say with that is because Asia Wilson done signed her deal, and I don't think there's nobody getting a bigger deal than Asia Wilson. So are you waiting for somebody that's a little bit in your realm to get their check to see all right where I'm gauging that, or do you miss the train by even doing that? That's the thing right there.
Nah, you see what everybody else is getting. Asia Wilson's big money.
Right now, Dallas is number 6, 4-3.
Okay, Asia Wilson is big money, right?
Yeah,
So if she's like the top dog,
top dog.
MVP in the league, she's gonna be
Mhm.
getting paid the most. You got to see what these mid tier players are gonna be getting paid. Too.
Yeah,
So once you
yeah.
see what they getting paid, then it's gonna be easier to gauge what people that are like a little bit like not as good as what's them called what
Dallas Wings.
yeah no not Dallas Wings
Oh, Wally.
no who we just say the MVP people that's not as good as the MVP of the league in the WNBA people
Oh,
not as
Asia
good as her
Wilson.
will still be able to find their ways by seeing like where the like other mid tier girls are getting paid at. Just going based off of what Asia Wilson is getting paid is not going to be a benefit to them. So I think Aguma Wale could possibly stay to the end of the year so that they can keep gauging out where their checks are going to come from. Because why not play with the two young girls? You start to build. And another reason for her to finish out this year for Aguma Wale with the Wings is you get to build your brand with these girls. AZ Fudd and Paige have two of the biggest and best brands in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
You being able to
Besides
be
Katie.
alongside of that for the rest of the year and being able to have that boost the rest of your career and get you some new followers, I think that is a big factor for her and would do her some justice. And they have an opportunity to run the table, dog. They just get some bigs and they have bigs, but having bigs that just want to be bigs, rebounding, pushing the floor, gonna make sure they play defense, could possibly guard multiple positions, they'll be good. But it's tough to say that you're gonna guard all three of them at any given time of the night. They're all so talented. And I think AZ Fudd is about to start turning up. I know a lot of people were talking and saying that possibly she shouldn't have been the number one pick because the other girl has been playing well from Minnesota.
Oh
but
my
hey,
gosh, yo, I love her. Son.
AZ,
yo, yo,
AZ came out and had
yo,
24 the other night though, so I don't know.
yo, she is a bucket. Olivia Miles is a
Olivia
bucket
Miles
and
is
a
still a bucket. And
dime.
that's no disrespect to her. She's
She
still a
is
buck.
a dime.
So
yeah.
WNBA, what's WNBA top 5 rankings right now? Cool.
Top 5 rankings for the WNBA right now. Our girl. Atlanta's number 1 right now.
Woo!
Shouts out to Angel Reese. She just had that game statement. She had a game statement still the other day. So not in two game winners in this year already. You
Let's
know,
talk Angel Reese.
Yeah, let's get
talk
it.
Angel Reese. What was you saying, Coop? Let's get over to Angel Reese real quick.
She had 2 game winning plays. The block earlier this year, and then there's still the game from last game. So
shout out Angel Reese.
Shout out to Angel Reese. She's still walking around with that double-double, 12.8 points, and rebounds is 11.4. Steals is 1.4. Blocks is 1.2. You know, got to work on a little bit on the TOs, 4.8 turnovers.
Assists.
And assists is 2.6.
Assist to turnover ratio, not too good.
Yeah, so... But other than that, she's affecting the team winning.
No, she definitely is.
She definitely is, man. Along with Alicia Gray, and Howard, they doing pretty good.
Howard?
Yeah, huh? No, it's Ryan Howard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, dog.
they doing
Dream.
pretty. They doing
Shout out
good.
the Dream, yo. Shout out the
Shout out
Atlanta
to Dream.
Dream for absorbing Angel Reese and giving her a home, dog. She
Make her
needed
feel
a
like she
home.
belongs.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
She needed a home to where people was gonna appreciate her and just the skill that she had, be able to exemplify that. And you guys were already a playoff team, already a good team last year. And shoot, who wouldn't want the best rebounder in WNBA history? So you guys, the Atlanta Dream took Angel Reese in and made your team what it should be and showed the league how you supposed to treat a superstar. Angel Reese is a superstar. Treat her properly, dog. Come on. Shout out the Atlanta Dream. Shout out them for being number one. Shout out Angel Reese for still averaging a double double. And shoot, keep going. Keep
and
going, Angel Reese. All that junk everybody's talking, keep going. Keep going.
what the top.
Definitely still got to work on the assist to turnover ratio, but I think Angel Reese will get better at the assist to turnover ratio as she keeps getting more comfortable running the point forward.
So with and then from 2 to 5, it's a 4-way tie. We got Indianapolis. Oh, not Indianapolis. Indiana Fevers. We got Las Vegas Aces. We got Minnesota Lynx. We
Ooh.
got and then we got Golden State.
Oh,
Valkyrie, I believe they named.
Valkyries.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's a 4-way tie. And then we right behind that is Dallas.
WNBA is exciting.
1,000%.
Definitely exciting. Definitely close. This will be a good year. I saw a couple of the games already this year, and I'm seeing a lot more efficiency in the way like the girls are scoring and stuff. But I wanted to take a moment to say I feel like a lot of that like missed like bad percentages and like ugly shots. I feel like that came with the problem of officiating last year. There was a big problem with officiating. People talked about the officiating a lot, how people possibly getting hurt and stuff. That plays into how you play. If you don't feel safe playing and you're trying to extend your career, you're not going to do either as well or do the things that you possibly want to do creatively to be able to score. Um, Hopefully they're having it under wraps this year, and that's why there's been a more efficient WNBA. But I'm just hoping that they stay consistent with it because the better the officiating, the better brand of basketball you're going to get. So if you want to see better WNBA basketball and you want to see WNBA basketball that is efficient and good basketball, these girls need to be protected. Again, this is not the NBA to where you can just dunk everything or they can just pretty much just dunk everything because again, dunking is a very high percentage shot, even more high percentage than a contested layup is honestly not that high of a percentage of shot. That's why most freaking NBA players don't even take the shit. They're either gonna dunk the ball, and if they're not, they usually don't take layups. Or if they are gonna take a layup, it's because they don't feel like jumping too much. But contested layups with which is what most people would get in like a high level game, that's it's not a very efficient shot. But yeah, shout out Angel Reese.
Shout out to Angel Reese, man.
Shout out Angel Reese. Shout out the whole WNBA.
Paige.
Yeah, definitely shout out Paige. Shout out AZ. Shout out the whole WNBA. You guys are holding it down. Always shout out Stewie too. Shout out Brianna Stewart. So that's gonna be my favorite WNBA player right now. Still gonna be Stewie. Who's winning the title this year for the WNBA, Coop?
Why we ask questions like that, man? I'm riding with Dallas Wings to the end of it, man.
Oh, I got the dream. Angel Reese about to get a ring. Angel Reese is a born champion.
That's crazy.
Angel Reese is a born champion. She gonna get a ring, and then she
Yeah,
gonna
she
shut
is
everybody
definitely.
up.
You're 1,000% right about being
Angel
a born
Reese is a
champion.
born champion. The Atlanta Dream are gonna win a championship this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You heard it here first on Syndicate Nation Sports Network. All right, cool. You got anything else for the day?
None that I can think of, good sir.
You got any advice for the Jits? The summer is rolling or about to be rolling. We got almost a little bit less than a month. Cut out.
Yeah. If you want to.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we could